Welcome back to the SEMA 3 video tutorials part 2. During this video we will be exploring the surveys tab, including creating a new survey, exploring the different question types, and viewing questions on the SEMA 3 app in admin mode. The first thing you'll need to do is just find the surveys tab on the left hand side. So if you just click there, once you click there you'll notice the default survey called My Surveys. So you can click here to edit that survey, up here to create a new survey, or this X button to delete the survey. I'm just going to be editing the survey, so I'll just click here. Now you'll notice the My Surveys button just here. If you click there, you'll have some more options on the right hand side, including editing the title. Don't worry about the triggers section for the moment, this will be explained in a later video. Now that you've set up a base for your survey, the first thing you'll need to do is add in some question sets. So question sets hold groups of similar questions together, such as current mood questions. You can rearrange the order of these question sets throughout your survey as well, just in case there's any mistakes along the way. And you can also choose to randomize the order of the questions within each question set. SEMA 3 has 5 different types of questions. The first one we'll talk about is a slider question. So, for example, move the slider to adjust its position. These slider questions, you can set the minimum and maximum values to whatever you like, including positive or negative numbers. You can also position the slider handle at specific starting points if needed. So for example, here on the right, it's set to 50. You can change that to whatever you like. Choice questions. So for example, participants choose from a list of options. They can choose multiple or single response options. You can also choose to have no options in this question. So what this means is you'll only be presented with the question text. So this will serve as an information or a text-only type of question without any responses required. Text questions. These are pretty straightforward. Just type in your response below. X, Y, or grid questions. So these allow participants to select a space on a 2x2 grid. The X and Y axis labels can be customizable as well. This question also allows you to add in an image into the background of the grid. So, for example, on the right, we've got some face images there, and participants can select which one. And finally, we have the choice slider question. So this is simply a combination of choice and slider questions in one. However, it's just listed on one page in the SEMA app. Again, participants can choose between multiple or single response options here as well. I'm just going to demonstrate now how to add in some question sets and new questions. I'm just going to change the title of my survey to Mood Survey, for example. So if we just click on this button here, you'll see new question set. So if you just click there, you'll be asked to type in the name of your question set. So for example, you could write current mood questions and just click save. So that's your question set. If you click on the title, you'll see some more options on the right. So you can change the title. You can also randomize the question display order if you click just here as well. I'm just going to add a new question set as well, just to show you how to rearrange them. So this one's just called social interaction questions, for example. So to rearrange these question sets, you just need to click on the top here. Once you've done that, you can just drag these question sets back and forth. Then just click done when you're finished. So now I'm just going to add in some questions as well. So if you click here, you'll notice these 5 question types at the bottom. So these are the same ones we talked about in the last slide. For this example, I'm just going to show you a slider question. So here you'll need to type in the text for the question and also a tag. So for example, how happy do you feel right now? The tag needs to be unique, as these will be the variable labels when exporting your data later on. So just make sure that each one is unique. I'm just going to call this happy, and then just click save when you're finished. Yep, so there's the question happy. So if I click there, you'll see some more options on the right-hand side. Just note that when you're editing the question text here, you'll also be presented with some more formatting options. So for example, bold. You can also add in the minimum and maximum labels here and the values here as well. We're just going to talk now about how to test out your survey as an admin participant through the SEMA app itself. So once you've created your questions, or even during their creation, you'll be able to test out how they look from the SEMA app. First, you'll just need to invite yourself as a participant to the program and set your permission status to admin. So this was explained in the first video. You can check back there to see how to do this. You'll know that you're an admin participant when you see the star icon next to your ID, so just as it's shown here on the right. Next, you'll need to sign into the app with your ID, and the first thing you'll see is the program you've created under the Active Studies tab, so just here on the right, for example. Next, you'll need to click on the title of your program, and you'll see the Demo Survey button at the bottom. If you click there, that'll allow you to demo any changes you've made to your survey. The main reason for testing this as an admin participant is to allow you to test the structure and design of your survey without actually publishing a new version each time. Completing this demo survey as well also doesn't record any data, so you can test this as much as you like. And after each change you make to the survey, just make sure to refresh the app. You can do this by dragging the program down. Try to do this a few times if you can before testing these live changes you've made. I'll show you in the next slide what this looks like as well. To test out the admin participant mode, I'm just going to make a few changes to this program and you'll see it live on the app. So I'm just going to change the survey title just by going here. So I'll change this to change of name test. And I'm also just going to change the order of the questions happy and sad so that sad now comes first. So this should be reflected straight away in the app. If you go into the app now, this is the previous demo called Mood Survey. If you just cancel that, then go back to the Active Studies tab and just refresh the app here a few times. Just one more time. There you go. Now if you click on the title here, and then go back to Demo Survey, you will notice the change of name test is now what the survey is called. If you click there, and click Start, you'll see that SAD is also the first question now listed. So that's essentially how the admin participant mode works. It allows you to test any live changes to your program.